But have you ever seen the flags? That's my point. Have you ever seen the flags? Some flags people fly in front of their houses with two different team logos. Yeah? See you nodding. Yeah, with two different team logos. And on the bottom of the flag it reads, "A house divided." Well, obviously I have, especially I grew up over in Iowa. And in Iowa, we've got the Hawkeyes on the east and the Cyclones on the west. And, you know, Iowa gets excited about stuff like that. So, houses divided. It's all in good fun. So it all makes me think, aren't sports a great metaphor for life and the Bible? I mean, they both involve nations, right? That's what God told Rebekah. You got two nations in your womb. They both involve nations. They both have star players, Esau, Jacob. And some of whom, you know, star players I mean, behave badly, and so they fall to earth. Oh, and then there's the refs. Yeah. The refs who really are blind. Because if we had continued with that story, the day came when Esau brought some food in from the outdoors to his dad, who was just about near death and blind, and wanted to give it to him, but unfortunately Jacob had been there first. And what I mean about dirty tricks is that he really pulled one this time. Because just as his father was dying, Jacob put like a fur gauntlet around his arm. And he somehow got some of Esau's clothes, and he got to smelling like Esau, and he had hair on his arm like Esau, all right? And he came up to his dad and he said, "Here, I'll give you some food, and, you know, it's me, you know, Esau." And he said, "Well, let me touch you because I can't see you." So he did. And then Jacob asked him for his birthright. The ref, who was blind, gave it to him. And then Esau came in, ready to feed his dad and all that, and he wanted his birthright. Well, you can tell the story, right? You know the story. So, you've got star players, some behave badly, and the refs are blind. And what I want to know through all of that is, where was God the chief referee? Right? I mean, couldn't God have said something at that point like he did to Rebekah? I mean, when Jacob pulled that dirty trick play, God should have thundered foul, as in baseball, right? Or rained flags down from heaven like American football. Or cast a stadium full of red flags as if they were playing world soccer. Now that would get everyone's attention, huh? But what do I know? So I don't know much about sports. But from what I know about the Bible and sports, both can be, if we look kind of careful, historic, multi-generational games of strategy, having many different players in many specialized positions, who, if these players do their jobs like the coaches teach them, they just might win a game. Yeah, and go on to lose the next. Am I right? I mean, just pick up the Bible. I mean, look up most any psalm where you can read something like, "We can't win for losing." And on that, we're the same. Well, to their credit, at least team sports play with balls and not weapons. Amen? Besides, people love sports. People love sports because, I don't know, they bring people together. Kind of like church. Sports bring people together. For people, even people like us, but what did we say before? We're the same, just different. And though we are different, we can love the same team, where we love most of the same players. We support local economies. We create good jobs for millions and help people like us see a different point of view. A different view. One that sees the whole world as a house. One house of God's children. For in a letter from, we'll call him Coach Paul, to a church back in Rome, Paul wrote, I consider the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. For the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, not of its own will, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its enslavement to death and decay, and will obtain the freedom of the glory of the children of God. For we know that the whole creation has been groaning together as it suffers together the pains of labor. And not only creation, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit. We groan inwardly while we wait for adoption, the redemption, the changing of our bodies. For in hope we were saved. Now, hope that is seen is not hope. For who hopes for what one already sees? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience. Patience. Yeah, patience. And from a distance, it's like patiently waiting for our next harvest or paycheck, for our next child, our next grandchild, or even, an election, maybe even our next church service, where one golden hour a week. Really? For one golden hour a week, we are not so much a house divided, but we're a little bit of heaven, where we are all team players. And everyone, yes, everyone, is invited to play. Amen?